Shortly after Jim Harbaugh took over as head coach, he had a meeting with an anxious walk-on, only this was no player.
As we met in his office, I very quickly explained that I wanted to document his era of Michigan football and what it is to make champions.
Document with photos, but this wasn't any photographer. This was someone with a connection to the program, a man who did actually walk on, briefly, over 4 decades prior.
The 2 weeks that I was on the field and in the locker room with the University of Michigan football team in 1973 under Bo Schembechler is one of the times in my life that I never forget.
On top of that, he was battle-tested in every sense of the word. David Turnley is a Pulitzer Prize winner, a Michigan grad, a man who's been around the world capturing indelible images. He was even featured on 60 Minutes, along with his twin brother Peter, also an award-winning photographer.
At some point, I'm in the middle of a civil war in Haiti, and there are live bullets, and he jumps up and gets all excited. He says, "Those are live bullets." He says, "How are you doing that?" And I said, "Coach, how is that different than you're being chased by 350-pound linemen around the backfield as a pro quarterback for 15 years? He said, no, that's different.
Once Turnley was turned loose, the magic began. He started shooting and hasn't stopped yet.
The most important thing to me is to try to document the dignity of the people that I'm photographing. And I've always thought to do that, you have to completely immerse yourself.
This isn't just behind the scenes, think in the scene. Turnley says he didn't want to shoot from afar. He wanted to be in the meeting rooms, in the training room, and in the huddle.
To really have the opportunity to show you from an intimate proximity to the men involved with this, what it feels like, what it smells like, to really be able to embody the dreams, the aspirations, the blood, sweat, and tears, and the struggle that is football.
His work is featured in this new book, Enthusiasm Unknown to Mankind, a collaboration with Coach Harbaugh, who David says attacked his portion with those exact words, penning his deepest thoughts on life and leadership.
Like everything else he does, he really worked hard at trying to get on paper, in print, his ideas and his 15 principles of life and leadership, and that are just so unbelievably inspiring and articulate.
The Fort Wayne native snapped 70,000 photos and boiled it down to 306. His favorites, too numerous to mention, but he did have special affinity for a moment last summer while in Paris.
And I think it was probably about 1:30 in the morning, and this little young French boy, I think he was all of about 5 years old, came up to our table and knew who Coach Harbaugh was and had a football with him and wanted to play catch.
This is a man who won the World Press Picture of the Year in 1988. His brother was runner-up and lived 10 blocks from Ground Zero on 9/11.
I was underneath both towers and photographed both of them coming down, and had to dive into a building to get out from the debris, had to dive into a lobby to avoid being killed by the falling debris.
David returned to Michigan in 2012 to teach documentary photography and says he cherishes his time with the football staff and the student athletes. As a U of M grad especially, how rewarding has this been for you personally?
I feel like, finally I made the team, sort of, and Coach Harbaugh has made me feel very much a part of the team, as the players have, and it's just an unbelievable honor that I can't really say in any different way than that. It's a tremendous honor, and we're on an incredible journey right now, and it's just a privilege every day to come out with these men.